guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl forever, Mrs. M. Thank you for stopping by if you're new, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for your continued support. And today's video is going to be another chit chat. Get ready with me. I don't have any new products to show you guys, so I'm just going to be doing my makeup and talking to you guys about a topic that someone asked me about, and I found it very interesting. I'm going to be talking about my experience moving into a smaller town. I wrote everything down in my diary because I don't want to forget anything. I don't want to forget to discuss anything. So if you're interested in watching this video, please stay tuned. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the post notification bell right down below, and let's get into it, guys. Okay guys, before anyone points it out, I took off my ring because I've gained a bit of weight, so it's been feeling a bit tight for a couple of days, so I was starting to have a reaction, so I took it off. That's just about what's going on with my ring before anybody starts saying, is there trouble in paradise? You know, I just wanted to point it out. So let's get straight into it, and I'll open up my diary and I'll just look at the first thing whilst I do put on my foundation. So let me dot my foundation quickly and then we can discuss the first thing. I've dotted my foundation everywhere and I'm just going to be spreading it out, and I'm looking down, I'm looking at my diary, just seeing what I wrote. So the first thing that I've experienced moving to a smaller town is that there's less over expenditure. Like so I was staying in Harare, right, and then now I'm staying in Shishabane. So I've noticed that overly I don't spend as much because really there's nothing to spend on, guys. Like there's not much that you would want to spend on. There's not much variety because these smaller towns, they sort of like cater to people in the rural areas more than they do cater to everyone. So it's basically like where the people in the rural areas come to shop. So in terms of what you find and what you get, there's really limited variety because they just want to serve. Basically they focus on serving and providing the basic needs. So you find that you have your basic food needs, but you will not have like those luxury items because then like people here are not focused on that. Usually you find that in the surrounding areas there's farmers, there's teachers, there's teachers that teach in the rural areas, there's basically, yeah, they just focus on providing the basic everyday day-to-day needs. So you find that you don't have access to a lot of luxuries, so you tend to find that you tend to spend less because there's just nothing to attract you to want to spend. So yes, my overspending has significantly gone down because like there's just nothing to spend on. So that's one of the first things I've noticed about living in a smaller town, which I actually appreciate because I think some of the things that I just used to buy in Harare, I was just doing the most. Like, did I really need all of those things? No, but I was just doing the most. So that's the first thing that I've noticed about living in a smaller town, guys. Moving on to concealer, and just looking at my diary to talk about the second thing that I've noticed about living in a smaller town is everything is actually, most things, not everything, actually much cheaper than when you stay in a bigger town. And I think like the reason is the same like the first one that I gave, that people here, like, they focus on providing the basic needs, and you find that like people here are also farmers, so you mostly, like, especially with fruit and veggie, if you go to the fruit and veggie market, you find that things are much cheaper in Pick and Pay because most of the people that are selling there are producing the product themselves, like from scratch. So you tend to find that most things are cheaper, and you tend to find that if you get access to the luxury items, they're much expensive. Like I feel that people here in this small town regard like getting your hair done and makeup and things like that is sort of like a luxury. So you tend to find that braids are crazy expensive here, guys. When I came to Shan, I got a culture shock. I was so used to 70 cents braids in Harare and them being available everywhere. And then when I came here, like, braids are $1.50, and I was like, what the hell just happened? I'm like, that's double the price. Like, even if like they came on Swift or something, like is that necessary, like for them to be double the price they are in Harare? So that's one of the things that shocked me, that if you get access to what people consider luxuries here, they're going to be crazy, crazy expensive. Like braid, like every time I get braid, I'm still like in shock. So I've been thinking about starting to sell braids, because then I get access to go to Harare, and I can bulk buy these, and maybe like I can bulk buy these at the normal price that I'm used to, and then come sell them for $1. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Tell me what you think in the description. Not in the comment section. If you guys think that I should start selling braids here, and make them a bit cheaper, because like I've just been shocked. And also the other thing with these hair things is that you basically don't have access to much variety. Like I said, like they just have the basic braids. They don't have like many color braids and things like that. So what I find is that you really have to go arms and length to find like decent braids. Like the ones that I have here, the gold I had from my previous one of my previous hairstyles that I had in Harare, and I was just keeping the excess in the boot of my car. So when I wanted to do this hairstyle, I remembered that I had, but I was actually able to access blonde braids here. But it was a hard job, because also due to lockdown, everything has closed down. So now, and I don't know many people here, so getting access to many things is just crazy, guys. Okay, guys, I'm actually going to do something that I haven't done in forever. We're going to cream contour. Like, I haven't cream contoured like in months, and I'm actually quite nervous. Like, is it gonna come out? Do I even remember how to cream contour? Like, that's crazy. Okay. Moving on to the next thing. The next thing is okay, I already talked about this, like less accessibility to things, to luxury items. The next item is slower pace of life. Like, you know how people always say Harare iri fast, or like Harare is fast pace. Like here it's slow pace. Like there's no rush. Like you barely meet people that are rushing anywhere, because like there's nowhere to rush, because like everything is in one place. So it's not like you need to travel long distances to get items, because once you're in town, you're in town. It's not like there's Sam Levy, there's there are no shopping malls, eh? So everything is a bit slower pace. The side, like people are a bit calm. And one of the things that I love actually about staying in a small town is like this slower pace of life. It just gives you access to a cleaner environment. Like it's very much cleaner than it is in Harare. More fresh air, despite it being very extremely hot. Like Vishavani is one of, like, it's the hottest places. It's the hottest place, I need to say, that I've ever lived in my life. Like I have hot flashes all the time because of this heat. But it's a very clean environment, guys, and I really appreciate that people don't really litter. Like the town is clean, and people are just like, it's just a family like community, because there's not many people. So you tend to find that those people that know each other, like everybody sort of like knows everybody. If you've been staying here for a while, you tend to find that people have this unity that I really love, and people are just out to really help each other all the time. So that's one thing I really appreciated about staying in a smaller town, that it's just a family community. I think I messed this up. Let me quickly fix this, and then I'll come back. I think I put too much I put too much concealer there, so I just want to fix that, and then I'll be right, guys. I'm so sorry. I was meant to just go and fix my what's it called, cream contour, and then I totally got carried away and finished the rest of my makeup. And also electricity had just come back, so I got excited to put my phone on the charger, and like, I'm just sorry, guys, I didn't end up finishing this look on camera. But here is what I came up with. I just want to discuss the last point This is one thing I hate about moving to any town, whether big or small. Like, it's such a pet peeve, and I don't know why a lot of people do this. Like, every single time I go to a new town or city or whatever, this is not even about the city or town. Like, people assume that, like, if you're light, excuse me, people assume that if you're light in complexion, you have bleached. Like, you see people on the street telling you that you've bleached. Like, do you even know me? Do you know, like, my childhood photos to tell me that I've bleached? Like, all men, like, like a lot of men on the street in Zimbabwe, like, especially those that do the jobs of, like, filling in, like, taxis or combis, like, they just assume that you've bleached. And I really hate this. I've gone through this already, like, a lot of times here in Shishagane, and it's just so frustrating. Even in Harare, I stopped going to certain places because then, like, people would just be like, hey, you bleached. Like, what did you bleach with? Like, you're gonna burn. Like, excuse me, like, do you know me personally to say that I've bleached? So it's one of the worst things that I go through and experience in every town or city that I go to. Like, this is not even about moving to any small town. I wish people were a bit educated to not assume that everyone has bleached. Okay guys, this is everything I had to discuss with you today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, guys. We're almost at 1K. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.